Baltimore is home to the first monument ever dedicated to which U.S. president? Baltimore is home to the first monument ever dedicated to which U.S. president? This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. Today's episode all about Baltimore, an area I'm not super familiar with, but Kim Brown is. And as a Patreon subscriber at the $5 level, Kim gets to pick a topic I do for her every single month. So thanks to Kim Brown for today's topic pick. Before we get to Baltimore trivia, triple connections of a game, a cereal, and a magazine. What's the common thing between a game, a cereal, and a magazine? Find out at the end of the episode, along with a fun fact of the day about Magellan's expedition. We're all warmed up, we're ready, and we're jumping into Baltimore trivia. Here we go. It's Baltimore trivia question 1. What is the name of Baltimore's iconic Inner Harbor neighborhood, famous for its historic ships and attractions? Number 1, what is the name of Baltimore's iconic Inner Harbor neighborhood, famous for its historic ships and attractions? Number 2, which Baltimore neighborhood is known as the birthplace of Babe Ruth? Which Baltimore neighborhood is known as the birthplace of Babe Ruth? Number 3, Baltimore is part of which large body of water? Baltimore is part of which large body of water? Number 4, what is the name of the stadium where the Baltimore Ravens play? What is the name of the stadium where the Ravens play? Number 5, what's the name of Baltimore's historic horse race, part of the Triple Crown series? Number 6, which Baltimore filmmaker is known for cult classics like Hairspray and Pink Flamingos, who directed Hairspray and Pink Flamingos? Number 7, what is the name of Baltimore's oldest public market, dating back to 1782? Baltimore's oldest public market from 1782. Number 8, what spice blend is commonly associated with Baltimore and used to season crabs? Number 8, what spice blend is commonly associated with Baltimore and is used to season crabs? Number 9, which neighborhood in Baltimore is famous for its restaurants and fresh seafood? Restaurants and fresh seafood. Number 10, what legendary jazz singer was born in Baltimore in 1915? And your bonus question for 2 points, Baltimore is home to the first monument ever dedicated to which U.S. president? Those are all your questions for Baltimore trivia. We'll be right back with the answers after this. We are back with the answers to Baltimore trivia. Let's see if you knocked it out of the park. Number 1, what is the name of Baltimore's iconic Inner Harbor neighborhood, famous for its historic ships and attractions? That's the Inner Harbor. It was right in the question, which is fun to do to try and trip you up sometimes. The Inner Harbor. Number 2, which Baltimore neighborhood is known as the birthplace of Babe Ruth? Ridgely's Delight. Ridgely's Delight. Number 3, Baltimore is part of which large body of water? Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay. Number 4, what is the name of the stadium where the Baltimore Ravens play? M&T Bank Stadium. Number 5, the name of Baltimore's historic horse race? Preakness Stakes. Number 6, Baltimore filmmaker that did Hairspray and Pink Flamingos was John Waters. He's a great guest star on The Simpsons. Number 7, what is the name of Baltimore's oldest public market dating back to 1782? The Lexington Market. Number 8, spice blend commonly associated with Baltimore for crabs, Old Bay seasoning. Number 9, the Baltimore neighborhood famous for restaurants and seafood, Fells Point. Fells Point. Number 10, legendary jazz singer born in Baltimore, 1915, Billie Holiday. And number 11, Baltimore, home to the first ever monument for which U.S. president? George Washington, the first one. And there you have it. 11 trivia questions on Baltimore. I hope you had a good time playing along with those, especially if your name's Kim Brown. Your fact of the day, Magellan's expedition, which began with approximately 270 crew members aboard 5 ships, concluded nearly 3 years later with only 18 survivors returning on a single vessel. It's quite a loss in that expedition. Triple Connections, a game, a cereal, a magazine. The word that connects all 3 is life, which is a board game, a cereal, and the name of a magazine. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.